Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Hi, I'm Candice. I create beauty, primarily makeup content. So today I created this look. The eyes are inspired by a Louies Dollhouse look that I saw and loved. I tried to do a thing and match my eyeshadow to my top, and I feel like we did, you know, we really did something today. I'm very happy with how it came out. So if you want to see how I created this look, keep on watching and enjoy. You guys know the drill already. Grab a beverage, grab a snack, whatever you fancy, and let's get into some makeup. As you'll be able to see behind me, I'm actually filming this quite late, but you know, summer's on our doorstep. It's starting to get darker much later, which is probably my favorite thing about summer. The past week has just been hell. It's literally just been hell, but we give God thanks regardless. Shark week, I was sick. My hay fever was moving mad. My skin broke out, like I compromised my skin barrier, and you can see like a couple of scars from that. It was a lot, and I literally could not do my makeup. But I'm back, I'm here, and we're gonna get into some makeup together. So yeah. So today I'm gonna be trying a couple of new products. On my brows, I've got the Makeup by Mario Master Hold Brow Gel. Also got the Huda Beauty Brow Bomb Micro Pencil, whatever it's called, in the shade Rich Brown. I've opted for a lighter colour because I want my brows to look more natural. My hair is black, as you can see, like very black. And then so are my eyebrow hairs. Because they're quite full, against my skin it can look darker than it is, so I just literally do not fill in my brows. So apart from a few areas here, I have no product in my brows other than the brow gel, and this is clear. So this is the Gisou, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, the Gisou Honey Infused Lip Oil. Guys, this is so cute, and it literally fits into the the contours of your finger in your hand. Oh my god, I love things like this. No, I can't smell anything. I don't think it has a smell. Yeah, because I can smell my hand cream. I can't smell this. Oh. It's definitely not as sticky as I thought it would be. I personally like the lip oils that are somewhat sticky. I think if you're looking for like a high shine lip oil without fragrance that is a bit more on the oilier side in terms of it's not like a sticky textural consistency. Like look, it's not sticky at all, to be honest. I think you'll like this, but personally I think I like my Clarins lip oil in the shade Honey. I think I prefer it to this. I keep doing this because you know when you can sort of taste it, and you can also sort of taste the smell, if that makes sense. It's kind of like vegetable oil. Not my fave, not gonna lie, not my favourite oil. But I'll use it. Because why? I feel me money buy it. Guys, oh my gosh. Look what I've got. This is the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation in the shade 20, and I'm so excited to try this. There was so much hype and discourse surrounding this foundation. You guys know that I love Makeup by Mario as an artist, but I also love, to be honest, I think this is the first complexion product I'm trying from Makeup by Mario. But I love his brushes. I love his brushes. I said this before, when it comes to makeup artists actually creating brands like Patrick Ta, like Makeup by Mario, amongst others, I'm happy to actually invest my coin because I know that the product formulation, including the tools as well, it's coming from a place of real understanding and years of artistry and experience, etc. So I've got high hopes for this. High hopes. Matte black paper container, or box rather, is characteristic of Makeup by Mario's packaging. The rest of the packaging looks like this as well. So this is nothing new. Very cute, very sleek, very simple. I love. You also have this cut out here where you can see the foundation inside. However, this kind of scared me because it does cast a bit of a shadow. So when I opened the box and I saw inside, I was like, oh my gosh, I picked the wrong shade. But when you take it out of the box, you can actually properly see the shade. So I did my skincare ages ago. I've already done my brows, as you can see. And I wanted to go in with this MAC Hyper Real Skin Canvas Balm here. So it's like an ivory container with gold reflex and iridescence inside it. So it's really cute. I think it was about 50 something pounds, but again, I had a voucher. I'm here to tell you, save your coins for a sale, for a code, for a voucher, always. because yeah, I even got this on sale in the 25% off friends and family sale that Makeup by Mario currently has. So yeah, save your coin when you can, because this foundation retails for £44. And I think with the code that I had, it was £33. Still had to pay £17 for shipping fees, because unfortunately this is not available via Sephora here just yet. Sephora do stock Makeup by Mario, but we just don't have access to the foundation just yet. Even though you have to pay for shipping, obviously, the little discount did help. This is nice. It's like a cream. Like, it's a cream. Has a bit of a stickiness to it. Makes your skin look alive and quite hydrated and plump. Has like a slight fragrance to it, so it sort of muted my skin a little bit and blurred it just a little. I did mention before that because I'm currently on tretinoin, I'm really loving moisturizer primers, like sort of makeup skincare hybrids. So my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream is currently my fave for priming my skin, just because I know it's not going to stick to the dry areas that my tretinoin has created. I know that right now I'm experiencing a bit of dryness in this area. It's usually around your mouth with tretinoin and your nose and stuff. If you see anything sticking to here, it's not the foundation, it's not the product, it's not me, nor my application. It is indeed my dry skin because of tretinoin. This is cute. This is really nice. You can see like a stickiness to it. Haven't used this in a while, but it's an oldie but a goodie. Studio Fix Conceal and Correct Palette from MAC in the shade Deep. This is the Rose Ink #1 concealer brush. I'm gonna take this shade right here. I usually mix it in with my red, but that was when I had like deeper hyperpigmentation. Right now I'm pretty confident just to go in with that orange and just really push that into my skin. I wanted to try this primer that was kindly sent to me by Milk Makeup, so thank you. So this is the Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer, and I was also sent the mattifying setting spray. I haven't yet tried either, so here goes. I'm just going to concentrate this here because that's where my pores are most prominent, and on my forehead. This foundation is a luminous foundation. So because it is a luminous foundation, if I was going out and I was, you know, not just doing my makeup to stay indoors, I would definitely go in with a primer that was sort of gripping, so like the Milk Hydro Grip, and then I would go in with a mattifying primer in the areas that I get oily. I think I put a bit too much. Okay. So that's just sort of blurred and filled in my pores on that side. And I'll do the same here. I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose where I have not put that color corrector, and just push this out. Quickly read the specs of the foundation. Mario's foundation reveals skin's natural luminosity, featuring moisture grip technology. The foundation hydrates skin for 12 hours and glides on easily for customizable coverage. Layer it on or sheer it out. The Buildable Formula works harmoniously with powders and creams to recreate Mario's signature techniques while staying true to its original color. Available in 30 flexible shades. So I know that if you have oilier skin, you might be more inclined to sort of, you know, stay away from luminous foundations, luminous formulas. But I strongly believe that there is certainly a way to maneuver around a lot of formulas and a lot of foundations. It is true that certain formulas and certain foundations work better with certain skin types. And so a luminous foundation might be suited more to like a dry skin type or a normal skin type, as opposed to someone who is like very oily. I would opt for a matte foundation, for example. But I feel like there is a way to maneuver around things. And so you see that I have combination skin. The way that you maneuver around the foundation is you pay attention to your skin prep and also the way that you are setting your makeup in terms of powder, but also in terms of setting spray, because as well as the formulation of the product, that is where a lot of the longevity lies. So for that was a talking. So you would have seen the foundation by now because it's been out for a while, but it's just a white matte lid and a glass bottle. I can definitely see the reflex that people were talking about, but according to most of the reviews, that there is a consensus that it doesn't actually show up on your face. but the reflex are certainly there. So I am filming a shorter review at the same time, so I'm like a parrot right now. I have got the Makeup by Mario F4 brush. I bought this when it first came out, you guys know this, because I love the Makeup by Mario brushes. They're just too good. This is the foundation here. I'm now basically just gonna work it into the larger side of that brush and then apply it to my face. I think it's a good match. I think that's a good match. I think that's a good match. It looks like it really just disappeared. Bear with me, it's been a while since I've put foundation all over my face, but I really do like it. The consistency is kind of watery, like you can see it running across my hand. You definitely can't see the reflex that you saw in the bottle on the skin, which I'm happy about because I don't think that would have been nice. In Jackie Anna's review, I do remember her saying that she felt like it was setting it by itself. As my makeup goes on, I'm gonna see if it does feel like that, but presently I can't really feel that. Less than half a pump for my half my face, which means that I'll probably only need 1 pump like Mario said for the whole of your face. So yeah, and this is applying it really nicely as well. It definitely is a medium coverage, I forgot to say. I feel like with me, I'm sort of shying away from like full coverage. I want the makeup to give skin, you know, skin, still full coverage of course, and it's still gonna look like makeup, don't get it twisted, but I want it to give skin. Doesn't feel like I'm actually wearing anything on my skin. So I literally just had to get a wipe and kind of, it's really bad, but I had to scrub at that dry skin because it just looks so unsightly. And so I had to reapply my primer, too much. For bronzer, I'm going in with this Nars Laguna bronzer in the shade Laguna 4. I really love this bronzer. I haven't used it in a while. I really love it. The foundation has settled into my skin a bit more and I feel like it looks even better and even more skin-like. So for contour, I'm going in with this Ta Full Contour 2 brush. Just got that contour on the back of my hand and I'm just working it into the bristles of that brush. And I'm not going to bring it into the center of my face too much. I really love this brush, it's so good. Okay, so I'm happy with the amount of warmth that I have on my face right now. Okay, so this is the Ta Cream and Powder Blush Duo in the shade She's Vibrant. You guys know that I love the pink one. She's a doll. Like a pinky red. It's really gorgeous and it's super pigmented. This is the Pat McGrath Labs brush. I think it's the 003 Buffer brush. First time that I used this brush, I wasn't really a fan. I felt like it applied things weird, but now I know how to maneuver it. And I take my blush slightly into my under eye. Obviously I haven't applied concealer. Normally I do my concealer first, but it's whatever. I'm just taking my time and building up that blush to the desired intensity. My forehead here, not too much. Back in with your brush and blend that out. Face is coming together. Yeah. Just gonna quickly check in with the foundation. The face looks so nice. Like when I say it looks like makeup, of course, because makeup is going to look like makeup. You're literally putting pigment on top of your skin. But it looks so natural and so uniform, obviously down to my blending skills, but the face just looks so nice. It really looks really nice, I'm not gonna lie. This is the Jouer High Coverage Liquid Concealer. I've got 2 shades. I've got Coffee and I've got Rich Ginger. Rich Ginger is lighter than Coffee. I picked Coffee up the other day because I really like the shade Rich Ginger, but I find it a little too like just to go straight in with it. Take rich ginger right here. Can you see? Very light. Like this is a brightening shade. This is a brightening shade. But I'm gonna take it here. It is a high coverage concealer, clues in the name, so I'm not actually going to use too much. This is the shade Coffee, and actually it's not that bad. I like my concealer to run slightly warmer. Yeah, but this isn't bad. Then I'm gonna just basically use Coffee as a buffer shade around the rest. I've just dampened my beauty blender. This is the Makeup by Ariel X Morphe sponge. I know that you can get this on its own now. I really do like this sponge. Yeah, this is the Ta Dewy Milk mist. You guys have seen this on the channel before. I love this stuff. Just started actually blending out my concealer. I didn't spray too much of that spray on it, by the way, so the sponge is a little bit more on the hard side. And then, like I said, always go back in with your brush and you're blending everything together. I should have left my eyes last, I just realized, but I kind of want to blend this out now. Back in with the foundation brush. This is the Full Contour 3 brush from Patrick Ta also. And I'm literally going to go back in with this, just a little bit. Follow. I like to take my contour onto the front of my brow. You guys know that I go back in later with my foundation powder and then reiterate the nose contour anyways. And to sort of blend the front of that contour, I've literally just gone in with the excess foundation on there, which is not much now. And I've just tapped that area just so it's not harsh. Everything looks really nice. The blend. Yeah. I'm going to apply a little bit of rich ginger here. Filming like several pieces of content at the same time is super stressful. Whiteboard where I've had to write down everything so that I'm here trying to really come with the content, you know what I mean? So now we're going to set our face, and to set our face we're going in with this Huda Beauty powder. This is a loose powder and this is in the shade Banana Bread. I feel like I'm losing my trolley and I'm tired. The mouth is dry. My mouth is dry. Same as usual, bit of concealer, bit of powder, sorry, and then I love this new powder puff that I got from LH Cosmetics. You guys know that I've been riding for Trigwell and nothing has changed. I just really like this one. However, I must say that when you open it, this microfiber sponge, whatever something, is exposed, and I don't quite like that because you can actually see it. I feel like the velvet should have sort of extended inwards to cover that. But it's just, you know, I'm quite picky sometimes. But I really love that you can put your finger in there and really get in. And I like that it's slightly more triangular as opposed to the Trigwell one, which is sort of rounder. This is somewhat thinner, especially at the front. Perhaps because the lining of the velvet doesn't extend outwards. Anyway, I digress. This is my old Made by Mitchell mirror because I can't find my big pink one. No, big pink mirror just go missing. What's going on? And so bit in the lid, tap, side, tap. Really just work that into the back of your hands. Lovely. And we're gonna do one eye at a time. Blend out my concealer quickly. And I do like the Jouer concealer because it sort of dries down matte, which means that when you're going to set it, it's gonna set slightly easier. Put my finger in. And make sure to use the end of the blender just to sort of dab that in here. I don't want to take that powder over my blush. Looks so flawless. I'm gonna bake slightly. And when you're baking, because you don't want to have that like harsh line, dab at the edges again. I'm gonna prepare my puff again to do the other side. I'm gonna go in with this One Size Bronze and Sculpt Trio. This is the deep trio, so it's the darkest one. I'm just gonna go in with that top and maybe a little bit of that second shade. And I'm taking the other end of that Full Contour 2 brush from Patrick Ta. This is like super pigmented, so I'm going in with a light hand. And that top shade translates sort of warm. Look at that there. Wow, days. And I really love this brush. It's so soft for actually blending that in. And I'm just gonna put a little bit. I'm gonna go in with this Kosas Cloud Set powder in the shade Softly. I used it the other day for the first time in a while, and I just remembered how much I really like this powder. To apply that, I'm actually gonna use something that is somewhat dense but still has movement. This is the Makeup by Ariel X Morphe A24 brush, and I'm actually just gonna push into this. The reason it's called Cloud Set because it sets your makeup like really nice and softly, and that's what I want right now because I don't want to hide. Obviously we've got all of this going on. I don't want to hide what you can see of the foundation really. It hasn't got much coverage to it. It literally just sort of sets your makeup, sort of like a MAC mineralized skin finish, but it's not as glowy. But I'm also just going to use this to marry my bronze tool, whatever, and you see how it's just created that very beautiful seamless transition that we want. Despite me using quite a bit of powder, my face still looks soft. And I think that is mostly due to the foundation. Like it's still kind of peeking through in certain areas, like the luminosity of the foundation. And I feel like it's just created this softness for everything else to sort of lay on top. So far, I'm really, really loving it. So I'm gonna go in with that same Kosas Cloud Set powder, the same brush, sort of wipe off whatever's on there. I like to contour with my foundation powder on my nose just because I feel like it looks a lot less harsh than going in with the same powder that you use for your bronzer or your contour. I'm gonna sort of buff that in on the sides, just a little. This blush is so beautiful. Going in with the powder side, I did this side off camera. And what we're doing is I'm just feathering that into my under eye as well, just because I want this really nice blush of color. Go back in with that brush from before, your bronzer brush, and really just blend the two together. So taking the other end and the other side, I'm just gonna dip into the cream part of this. I'm not going to take too much just because we don't want to lift any product. And the key to doing this is do it very, very lightly so that you don't lift the product off your face. And just going to do this here. And just very lightly. Going in with that Patrick Ta Dewy Milk Mist. And I'm taking this literally all over my face. Just going to let that seep in. This mist has brought back like a really nice, healthy glow to the skin. I'm quickly going in with my One Size On Tool Dawn spray. I'm spraying this because even though it is quite late, I think I might actually do a wear test from the point that I've sprayed this on, so from 10 o'clock to maybe 4 AM. Even though I'll be inside, I don't know if that's going to be as helpful. I think I sprayed too much. This is what the skin is looking like so far. It looks so soft. I still haven't applied my Charlotte Tilbury Brush Sauce finish. You guys know the vibes. I still haven't applied it and my skin looks so soft. It's ridiculous. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. I need to do my eyes. We're doing a slightly different technique today, but I'm actually going to go in with some concealer. This is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Cocoa, and I'm going to use this to basically contour my lid and create the base for a part of my eyeshadow. I'm just taking the applicator and I'm going straight in, and I'm going to create a shape, and I'm just going to put it here, right, just here. ME4 brush from Made by Metro, and I'm literally just taking this across the lid, taking this outwards slightly, not too much. The beginning of almost every single eyeshadow look. I don't reach for any other nude neutrals palette. This is the Jordana Tisha Nude Divinity palette. Literally every shade that you'll need ever. Makeup by Ariel A20 brush, Crescent. This is Crescent here. I'm literally just taking that over where we laid that shade down, just to sort of set it. I'm not putting anything here. I'm concentrating all that product at the top. This is the Chem K10 brush, and I'm gonna be taking the shade Temperance right here, concentrating most of that here. We're not taking it higher. This is in the corner of where we're gonna cut our crease. I haven't done a cut crease in so long. And then you want to go back in with the brush that you're using before and blend out the edges of that. Like so. So blend out all around. Only place you're not blending is the bottom of where you laid that. I want to deepen that just a little bit, so I'm going to tap into Nova. This shade is black. Go back in with Temperance if you've gone in with too much. And we're blending. Now we are going to cut the crease. I'm starting to get tired. I really need to stop filming late at night. Late at night. Hear me? Do you see what I mean? I start to get delirious. This is the Jouer concealer that I used earlier, but this is in the shade Rich Ginger. And we're gonna cut the crease. We're gonna cut the crease. We're gonna cut the crease. Okay, so you're not cutting straight from the front, because the front we're gonna apply some shadow, but you do need to lay some concealer down there for your shadow to stick to. We're cutting from here, essentially. You can clean it off. I just can't be bothered, and I don't need to because this is the high coverage concealer. This is the Destiny Beauty DB02 brush. Cut your crease sort of higher than your eye, where your fold is. Cut my crease. We'll just apply this like this. And just, when it comes to the front, take your time and blend this concealer into everything else. And take this out here. You want to take a detailed brush, Makeup by Ariel A18 brush. I feel like every video, Makeup by Ariel, Makeup by Ariel, Makeup by Ariel, Makeup by Ariel. But these brushes are so good, so good. I'm going to take the top of that cut crease higher, and I'm just going to take it here. And you can do it in whatever shape you want to, but just try to make it even. I've gone in with a matte concealer because it's going to dry down, or a concealer that dries down matte. This Jouer one is really good because it's almost going to dry down and self-set. And I love this brush. This is a brush that I use to conceal my brows. This is the brush that I use for tight lining, to smudge out things. It's just such a good brush to have. I'm just gonna set this with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder in the shade number 2. You wanna set it with like a packer brush. This is what you call a packing brush. It's like a more fluffy concealer brush. I am only gonna be setting the outer edge, not the front, because I'm applying that color there and I want it to stick. So going in with my Charlotte Tilbury. Just like that. This is so beautiful. It really is a talent to be able to do this. Not gonna lie, not to big up myself or anything. All praise to the Most High, because just wow. I love when I do my makeup and it just comes out so nicely. God is good. God is good. Now is to make it even. My eyes aren't even. Like, this eye folds differently compared to this one. This eye is like one singular fold. This has a singular fold but then a second fold. Do you see what I mean? So he's not even the same eye. That is quite symmetrical. It's symmetrical enough for me. Now to add the colour to the front of my eye. I don't know, because I literally do not have the colour. This would be so much easier and it wouldn't be a guessing game. I've just got this Made by Mitchell Milk palette. I'm going in with grass-fed and soured to try and get the shade that I'm looking for. I'm thinking to mix it with this one. I don't know, I'm just gonna see. Brush that I'm using, this is the Morphe V205. I'm gonna have to figure out the shade myself and then I'll show you guys when I come and apply it. I don't know how much you guys can see, but my top and my eyes, they match. This is why it's so important to know color theory. If you know your colors, you'll know how to deepen, how to darken, how to basically attain the color that you want. So if anyone was wondering what colors that I actually mixed together. So I went in with those shades here, these two here, like I said I was going to. But then I realized that it was coming out a little too green. Whereas this has a little bit of a mintiness to it. So I added blue. I added a dash of this blue, and it gave me this color. And to lighten it up, I added this Venus shade. It's like a nude color with a slight yellow tint to it. And then I added a little bit of Empress here. And now that I've got the color, I'm very proud of myself. This is a Suva 610 brush, and I'm basically creating a wing with the black eyeshadow as opposed to using actual liner, just because it looks softer as well. I'm actually going to use a brush that's not as flimsy, V200. Just because if I use that brush, it's quite flimsy. We'll be here all day. Okay, I'm not fussed about this being too straight, but you want it to be a line, but it doesn't have to be like a harsh block solid line, if that makes sense. I'm gonna take this Glisten Cosmetics #1 brush and we're gonna create our wing. This is so small. So this is gonna create like so. Did quite a bit. So I just applied this Nars Climax mascara, going in with these Lily lashes for magnetic lashes in the style Bonded. These were gifted to me. They're very, very nice. However, I must say that the magnetic part doesn't really, it does work, but not well. So I literally just use them with normal glue. Sorry. I'm just gonna quickly go in with my Makeup by Mario F3 brush, Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder, larger side, and I'm just gonna tap over here to reduce some of the shine that I got from that dewy milk mist. And I'm taking that powder over my blush to sort of marry the blush and powder even more. And I really love this Charlotte Tilbury powder because you can literally apply it everywhere. And this brush is actually really nice for applying it, but my eyes look so big. They look like camel's eyes. They look so big. I wanted my lips to be a bit more neutral. I just got in with this Made by Mitchell lip liner. This is the All Lip No Trip lip liner in the shade Rich Mitch. This is their deepest shade. I like that it's more neutral and chocolatey. I think this all over the lips would look really nice, like a colour like this, but not today. That's Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Cover Star. I feel like it's a bit too neutral. Gonna warm it up with this Bobbi Brown crushed oil infused gloss in the shade Sweet Talk. It's like a nice peachy colour. Concentrating this in the center, high lips. This is the finished look. I'm so proud of myself. So proud of myself. Sometimes I get like in these spells of like doubt where I'm just like, oh, I'm good at makeup, I'm not that good. Should I just stop? Should I continue this? And then when I do my makeup like this and it comes out like this, it's just a reminder that Number one, God is good. All glory be to the Most High each and every time, because I would not have this talent if it were not for God. It's just a reminder of my capabilities and that actually, yeah, you can do this, Candice. And I just feel like my complexion just looks so soft. I think that is definitely due to the Makeup by Mario foundation. I found that when I do use a luminous foundation, the powder looks a lot better because I do go in with a lot of powder. What's the habit, I guess? Everything just looks cohesive. I love the blush. It's like a flush of color on the face. The eyeshadow is beautiful. Obviously the color in the front is interchangeable, so I'll definitely be doing this particular look again. I'm super proud of how it came out. And for this to be a medium buildable coverage foundation, I'm very happy with the coverage that it gave. I think it was sufficient, especially since I color corrected underneath. Really, really nice. Love my brows as well. I'm very happy with how this turned out. Yeah. So it's currently about 4 a.m. in the morning. This is what the makeup looks like. I feel like it looks more luminous because it's interacting with the light. But if I flip some of you guys around here, you guys can kind of see that it's not that shiny. I feel like it just looks quite natural. My oils are coming through here and here, but it's been about 5 hours since I actually set my makeup, and maybe 7-ish since I applied it. I'm quite happy with how it looks. As I normally would, I would literally just go in and blot here. I'll show you what that looks like. Fenty Invisimac PC15 brush. So literally just like so. Do you see? The makeup is good to go again. I would just have to apply my lip combo. But yeah, I really do like this foundation. I really do. And I think, like I said, with the correct skin prep and priming and setting process, this definitely works for my combination skin. I guess that brings me to the end of this video. Do let me know your thoughts. Did you enjoy this video? How are you feeling about this look? Will you be giving it a go? Follow me on the rest of my socials so that you're also up to date with the content that I'm posting on my other platforms. I am diversifying my content, so the content that you get here is definitely not the content that you'll find on TikTok and Instagram and stuff. So be sure to follow me there as well. Don't forget to subscribe so that you actually are here and you see when I'm posting and stuff. I really do appreciate my YouTube community. Small, but we're growing and I'm great. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. See you in the next one, but until then, take care. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah.